Hi, it's Kate from Daisy Nails, creating fun, funky and fabulous nails in the comfort of your home. In my last video I mentioned that I had done some extensions using the Niao Nails Acrygel because I wanted to find a mid-price range Acrygel. I used the Madam Glam Polygel Acrygel, what's in a name, you know? Same product but different name. I use the Madam Glam Polygel on my clients because it's really good quality, it lasts, it's strong, but the one I use on myself, which is a cheap brand, has a habit of lifting. With 2 weeks is the longest I've ever had it last. And so I wanted to try the Niao Nails, which is, I think it's £10, 30ml tube. Should be really good quality. It's a good quality brand. I use their files. I love that. I've got the metal file with the sticky on bits. Absolutely love those. But I think, oh yes, and my drill bits, Niao Nails. They're the only things I've used from them before. So I decided to have a go with their Acrygel, see how it works, and I'm going to do a quick review of it today. So first thing is fitting my forms. These are my absolute favourite forms that I've ever used. Don't know the brand, just got them off Amazon. I'm going to have to go back and see if I can find them again because I've nearly finished them. They do have a very, very deep curve though at the hyponychium, and that doesn't work for a lot of people. Personally, my hyponychium is very deeply curved, but if you've got a very flat, sort of a very straight bit, that doesn't work so well. Although what I do for that is I usually, you know, they have that sort of oval bit in the paper forms that comes off when you take them off the sheet. What I often do is I put those, how would you describe it, sort of horizontally across where the hyponychium goes, and then that usually tucks up quite nicely underneath a square hyponychium and works quite well. Right then, so along with the Acrygel, I also bought the Niao Nails primer and the base coat. When you're using polygels, Acrygels, hybrid gels, whatever your brand calls them, it's really important to stay with the same system. You know, with other products it's not as important, but with the extension gels, absolutely vital that you do that. They just don't work together. So I got their primer. I just used my usual dehydrator. I'm trying to remember which brand it is. I've shown you that before. I used my usual dehydrator, but I went in with the Acrygel primer, Acrygel base. I couldn't find anywhere where it stated how long to cure it for on the bottles. I didn't check on the website. What I did was I put it in for a minute just to be doubly sure. Right, faffing about trying to take this off, not doing a great job. We're nearly there, and this is the first moment I saw the colour. Now, what colour was it? Again, I'll put that in the description. It was something like rose pink or something like that, but the colour it doesn't show it up properly enough here. It is just such a gorgeous pink colour. And I'm not a pink person as a general rule, but oh my goodness, this is so pretty. Right, when I do extensions, I create the tip. Unless I'm doing a reverse, obviously. I create the tip first and then I do the apex over the top of that. And I was going in for some, for me, long, sort of halfway between almond and curve. Probably nearer to curve. Maybe, yeah, oval shaped. I'm having a look at them now to decide what shape they are. Oval shaped. Yeah, they're not very long for a lot of people, but for me they're quite long, based on the fact that I was going to be going on holiday. Actually staying at my dad's. We were planning to get a caravan again, which is what we did in February. The Park Dean site in Caton Bay. Oh, we had such a good time there, but we're not going for long enough to be able to make use of being on holiday. I think most of the days are going to be spent seeing family. And on Saturday I'm going to a pottery painting place that I've wanted to go to for quite a long time. I love the results of their their colours. Our local one is great, but it always looks a bit wishy-washy when it comes out of the kiln, so I'm looking forward to trying this one. Right, so using the I always use isopropyl alcohol for this particular bit. Get the isopropyl alcohol onto the brush, then just dab a little bit of it off. You don't want that brush too wet, otherwise it mixes in with the product and weakens it. All you want it to do is make sure the brush can move over your Acrygel without actually sticking to it and getting gooed up. So just shaping it out. The great thing about this product is that you can shape it for as long as you want before you cure it, and it can cut down on filing time. Let's face it, for me, when I do clients extensions, it is the filing that takes so long. So I do, if I can perfect that ability to shape it, I've run out of words. If I could perfect the ability to shape it and lessen the need to file, that would be my sort of current goal. So yeah, making that shape. I've sped it all up. You don't need to see me do a gazillion of these things, do you? So you're making sure that that side wall, as it extends out, sort of the free edge and the side wall, or the free edge at the side and the side wall are lined up, and your product isn't too thin or too thick there. That's not really helpful. What is not too thin and not too thick? So it needs to be not taper away to nothing. So I'm having a look at mine here now. It's probably about 0.5 millimetre thick, and that's really what you're looking for. It needs to be sturdy but not bulky. I'm trying to remember if I cured them between each one. I have a feeling I did, just because I was doing my own, and I'm moving my hand around a lot to do that. I'm more likely to knock them. But I think I did like a 30-second or 20 or 30-second cure, like just a flash cure on each one, and then I put my hand in at the end to do a full cure, which, like I said, I did a minute. And they have that, if you listen, no idea if you can hear that, but it has that sort of real sort of tappy sound, which means that they are fully cured. Right, so next go in with the apex. So I put that bead, I don't put it next to the cuticle. I put it sort of halfway up where the nail bed is, and then I push it down sort of with the brush gently, always gently, so that you get that nice taper right down to the cuticle. And you don't want it touching your cuticle, because then you can end up with a ridge, and then as that grows out, it makes it more likely to lift. So you want it nice and tapered down. So use that edge of the brush. Make sure you're turning the brush around so that you're getting, the very edges of it down by the side walls and into the cuticles. I don't feel I'm describing this particularly well. So there we go. So I'm all done. So next what I would do is I would get the isopropyl alcohol, remove the inhibition layer, because you're going to be filing, especially if you don't quite have that expertise yet of being able to completely create the shape you want. But you will probably always need a little bit of filing. So there's my Niao Nails file look. I think this was a 240. I would usually use a 180 on extensions. I had run out of them, so I had to use a 240. I have replaced them since then, and I have it's a big plastic tumbler that I put all of the files in, and it's absolutely bursting full of my 180s again. I wouldn't ever go for anything rougher than that on Acrygel or polygel or hybrid gel. for shaping. I would for removal, but not for shaping, because although it's a really strong product, it is still quite a soft product. So if your grit is too coarse, you're going to cause damage to it. Right, so the places you want to file is do your sidewalls. Make sure that the file is, what's the word? It's Wednesday morning, I can't think straight. Make sure that the file is in line, parallel, there we go, is parallel to the sidewall as you file the side of the free edge up to match the side of the sidewall. And then underneath you lay your file flat, like, am I doing that there? I'm not really watching that closely as I talk. You lay the file flat underneath the edge of the sidewall and make sure that is parallel to the sidewall, and then bring that up with a nice file. And then you want to get the muffin tops, the side bits. So that's what I'm doing. I've been doing quite a lot of that on this one, I've noticed. Make sure you've got the curve of that file towards your eponychium, your cuticle area, and so just bring it down so that when you look down on your nail, it doesn't look bulky. And when you look from towards the free edge, like looking at the tip of your finger, it doesn't look like it bulges out of the sides. I was just going over with the buffer block just to smooth it all out. Because after all that filing, you know, it can be quite rough. Smooth it all out, clean it off with some more isopropyl alcohol. Check it from all the sides. Check it from your apex, check your C-curve, check your muffin tops, check all of that. It's such a nice C-curve, isn't it? I do like that C-curve. Make sure you clean all of that dust out of it so that you are ready to do whatever you're going to do on top of it. Personally, I left it because I did then go ahead and do the dandelion design, which is in my last video that I posted on Wednesday. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that with all of the nails, the same filing. Right, so while I speed up the filing, which as I said before, it takes longer than the application for me at the moment, so that's something I'm going to work on. I'm going to tell you what I think of the Niao Nails Acrygel, which is amazing. I've been wearing it for a week. It is still absolutely spot on. Still good shape, nothing's damaged, and like I say, I do have them longer than I usually do, and I've still been working for the past week, and they're really good. It was really easy to mould. I didn't seem to need to have a massive amount of the isopropyl alcohol on my brush to get it to mould really nicely. I found with the cheaper brand I use, it quite often gets stuck to the brush. Even, you know, I was constantly having to dab the brush in the isopropyl alcohol, but that's not been the case with this one. It went into the shape I wanted it to really beautifully. The edges are really nice and smooth. I'm not sure exactly how to describe it. It's just that slightly different feel to the cheaper brand. Sorry for all my ums. I'm just trying to really think about how it feels, how it looks. It's the colour, like I said, the colour of it is just absolutely stunning. It's just this gorgeous pink. And I'm not a pink person, I'm really not. And yet it's this absolutely beautiful pink that I didn't want to cover. That's why I ended up, like I showed in the previous video, I did sort of an abstract design on it, but I didn't cover up all that pink because I love it so much. So yes, I think I will definitely be using some more of the Niao Nails gel, Acrygel in the future. once when I need to buy some more, I'm definitely going to be looking. And they've got a huge range of colours as well, so I'm definitely going to be getting some more of those. So what do you think? It is a nice colour, isn't it? Like I say, it doesn't really show it up quite as well in the video, you know, obviously, because cameras don't pick things up quite as well, do they? But it's pretty good. Right, thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.